Welcome. My name is Megan, and I'm a current business student and professional artist. So my passion for business really stems from my late grandfather. He was a successful businessman and a wicked electrician. His intelligence and determination instilled in me a desire to pursue my own path towards a business education. The convergence of my creative nature and my interest in business culminated in the launching of my own small art business, Magnality Creations. I have a website, magnalitycreations.com. My expressive style comes from mixing elements of home with elements of fantasy. So I like to find the magic in the ordinary and help people connect with their creative lenses. My art style translates pretty seamlessly into my style of marketing. So likewise to my art pieces, my marketing copy and design likes to find the enjoyable aspects to any topic and really imbue fun into monotonous subjects. Storytelling in both the art and the corporate world are so incredibly important, and they're also often underrated. People really love a good story. It's an art piece from a pretty picture into something that actually has meaning. And likewise in marketing, you want to be adding meaning and value into everything that you do. Every deliverable and campaign has a purpose, and that purpose plays a role in your company's story. I remember a campaign I worked on at Carnegie Learning during my first work term. It took on the role of storytelling quite literally. Essentially, the campaign focused on portraying a learning journey through a storybook context. Math was the dragon that the protagonist had to vanquish, but instead they befriended it and brought it along on their math learning journey. This Math Hero campaign was ultimately successful, not because it was colorful and engaging and fun to look at, but because it told a really good story about the company's values and its mission and its approach to learning. Working on this campaign made me fall in love with marketing. I like to think I've gained a little bit of wisdom from every working position I've had, from Carnegie Learning to the City of St. John's to writing web content for my professor at Memorial University. Each working position was a unique learning experience. And it really made me believe in the concept of lifelong learners and constant growth. Part of that philosophy has led me to continue my education in the sense they're developing new skills like video editing, photography, and graphic design. Things that I didn't necessarily do before I studied marketing, but I sort of had the foundation for through my other skills and experiences. Luckily, creative instinct is very easily transferable to different mediums, and I don't really like to limit myself when it comes to creative work. Mixing the technological with the traditional is really what fills my cup as a creative person. I also really believe in giving back to the community that raised you. So when I launched my business, Magnality Creations, I got a lot of support from the local arts community. In particular, there was a nonprofit organization called Iceberg Gallery that really gave me the means to start bringing my business from an online context into an in-person context through live vending events. These events taught me a lot about running a business in a practical context, applying the theoretical context of what I've been learning in my business studies to a real-world context. So through volunteering and dedication, I was eventually elected to Iceberg Gallery's board of directors, which is wild to think about considering I am their youngest board member. But now I really have a chance to provide more opportunities for emerging artists in the province and actually give back to the community that gave me my start in the first place. I'm certainly not a one-trick pony, and I pride myself on the collection of hats I have within my repertoire. We've already touched kind of on my artistic focus, but there's another expressive medium that I just love, and it's writing. For the longest time, writing was something that I just had to do. It was a chore, and it was strictly confined to an academic context. But through my experience in the marketing field, I really started to learn about the power that words possess. I started to use writing more creatively and intentionally. Copywriting became a passion that I didn't know I had. Now it's one of my strongest skills, and I am proud to report that I've been able to use it to write engaging blog posts, compelling social media copy, and even edit an annual magazine for Iceberg Gallery. Additionally, I am not an engineer or a software developer. Spoiler alert, I know, shocking. But I do find a lot of interest in tech-related hobbies. In particular, right now, I am super hyper-focused on digital sculpting and 3D printing. I've been able to produce some pretty cool projects through these two mediums. And it's been really interesting bringing, a digital concept into a physical space. I also have a personal interest in website design. While my HTML knowledge is limited, not zero, but limited, throughout my working positions and through launching my own website, I have learned a lot about creating accessible and positive user interfaces and experiences. Outside of marketing and art and writing, something I really enjoy doing is dog training. I'm training my own service dog, which I didn't realize was such an incredible feat before I started to do it, but it has been a really rewarding experience, and it's taught me a lot about dedication and consistency when it comes to everything that I do. And especially in the marketing context, I feel like those two concepts really build on the skills you learn as a marketing student, especially in digital marketing. So having that skill to keep consistent and dedicated to something, even if it doesn't start working immediately, has really been valuable in my marketing education. So that's a wrap on me. So thank you for listening and watching and learning a bit about myself. I hope you take some time to check out my website, check out my social media, learn a bit more about me, and I'll see you in the next one.